I am your host today. My name is Sonia Dubey Dewan. I'm the founder of Indian School of Image Management, and I am also one of the first certified image professional of India. Just to give you a quick introduction, I have been in this field for the past 11 years and have been practicing as an image consultant. It's just a couple of years back that I also started training aspiring image consultants like yourself in becoming the certified or internationally certified image consultants. So yes, and today the seminar is all about what is image management, maybe busting a few myths about it, talking more and sharing ideas. I will also be covering what are the career opportunities, what are the support that is available for you as a profession in this field. I would also welcome and encourage you to ask me questions because I have been in this field for the last 11 years. So whatever I know regarding this field, I'll be more than happy to share with you. And yes, please drop in your questions and we will be having a question answer round towards the end of the session. But in between also, if you have any question, type it in the chat box or you can also raise your hand. All right, so we will begin the session now. Can you all see my screen right now? It's the logo of Indian School of Image Management. Can you all see it? Yeah, okay, great. So let's begin. All right, so as I said that today's session will be all about understanding what is the concept of image and then going into image management and also then talking about the profession as image consulting. Because what happens is a lot of people are aware of the word image consulting, but consulting is something that comes really later. It's basically you giving the service. But what is the service that you're giving? What is it all about? That's what we are going to be understanding today. All right. So before I go any further, I want to basically lay eyes on somebody else, or you are looking or being able to see somebody else. That exact moment is where the first process of image management starts. It's just like how you have a new brand that is launched in the market, and that first, maybe the ad or the first brand launch of it, the event of it, when you see that particular product or the brand for the first time, the impression, the feeling that it leaves you with, that moment is the most crucial moment. And everything else that happens regarding that brand over the period of time leads to creating an impression about it. So when we talk about the word image, the most crucial stage is what is the first impression. Okay, so if I will do a quick quiz, and if you can all tell me as per your understanding, how much time does it take to create a first impression? Write your answer in chat box. You have your chat box. Write your answers in the chat box. How much time according to you? 7 seconds. Yes, Salim. Revati says few seconds, 10 seconds. All right. Any more answers? Okay, so as per the answers that we have received till now, it is understood that it takes less than 10 seconds. Well, the study says that it is something which is a blink of an eye. There is no particular number that we can assign it. It could be between 3 all the way to 7 to 8, maybe up to 10 seconds, depending upon how far the person is, how much time they took to walk towards you. But it is all under 10 seconds or a blink of an eye. All right. Now imagine how much are you able to achieve in those 10 seconds. What happens when you look at a person for the first time? Within 10 seconds, let's slow down that entire time period of 10 seconds and visualize what all are we able to achieve. when we go for the first time for a meeting, how much are we able to achieve under 10 seconds? So let's break it down. The first thing, you are able to look at the person. Now, whenever we look at the person, the first thing you look is the face, right? Because that's where we recognize people. The face is your identification to recognize you. So the first thing you see the face, then you maybe see the whole body, go all the way to shoes and come back to the face. You maintain eye, you connect with your eye contact. There's maybe a smile at the max. You are maybe at max walking or started walking towards the person. And if the distance is not that much, maybe you just extended your hand to shake hands with the person, right? It is that much that you can achieve within 10 seconds. Maybe the word hi or hello or good morning have come out of your mouth if you're really close. But if you are far, the words would not even come out of your mouth. You would be just walking towards the person or would be turning or aligning towards the person. Now, within 10 seconds, our brain has the capacity to actually calculate or run the software in the back of our mind to create impressions on the basis of all the things that we have learned over the period of time. Okay, so according to our perception, which could be over the period of time through maybe movies, through maybe what we have been taught by our parents, from school, from college, from your colleagues, what they think, your own principle, or how your attitude, how you perceive things, all those things together, all that mental data combine and run the software which identifies that maybe this person is this age group, must be in this particular profession, maybe this much successful or this economy level, or coming from this background, married, not married, single. All of these things, somewhat you kind of understand just within those 10 seconds. And sometimes most of the time you are right. And sometimes, yes, first impressions are not very accurate. So what happens, why they are sometimes a hit and why they are sometimes a miss, we will come to that shortly. But going ahead with this concept of first impression, I now want you to visualize something. Okay, I'm just going to picturize something. Just visualize, close your eyes and visualize this particular situation where you are going to a hospital. You are not feeling well. You have an issue that is coming up again and again in your body. Maybe, let's say, stomach ache, or maybe you have to go for something that's really serious. Okay, and you have been recommended to this doctor. All right, you have never met this doctor, you have been recommended by a friend, and you go to meet this doctor. You're sitting in the hospital, you're feeling really anxious. This doctor is known for maybe surgery or something, or he's very he's known for his work, but still you have never met this doctor. So you're sitting there in the waiting room and you are just a little bit anxious, little nervous. The whole environment of hospital is also something that is, you have a lot of questions, a lot of doubts. So you are in that situation. All right. And then finally your turn comes in and you walk into the cabin of your doctor. All right. And then you see, when you walk in, you see this person there. All right. What I want you to tell me again in the chat box, how would you feel if this was the doctor sitting in the cabin right there when you walk in? This is the person sitting right there. How would you feel? Just feelings. Okay. What will be your emotion? What will be your feeling? What will come into your mind? Not very assuring. Yes, Revati. Alim, I feel I came for the tattoo. All right. Yes. Any other answers? Bhavya? Anita, can we hear from you? A little taken back. Yes. Fear. Yes, Mihir. That can also be there. Overall, what I'm getting over here, gathering from your answers, that the feeling is not positive. The feeling is not really, Anita, is he really going to treat me? Yes. So the feeling is not really positive. You are not sure. You are not sure that you have come to the right place. You will be like, there will be a factor of shock, so you'll be taken aback, maybe fear that, oh my God, is this the right person? Really? He's going to treat me? Why is this process happening? Because of the perception of a doctor that has been put in our brain, how our brain actually processes a picture or an image of a doctor. Okay, so if you see the same person, but this one, when you enter and you meet this person over there, how would you feel now? Is it positive? Is it negative? Would you feel that you are in the right hands? Safe? Yes, Aline. Absolutely. Confident? Yes, of course. Revati says confident. What else can we hear from Bhavya, Mihir, Anita? What are your reactions? Trust him. Yes. Jyoti says reliable. Absolutely. Welcome, Jyoti. Yes. So I am in safe hands. Yes, Anita. So the experience is now going to positive just because he fits the description. He fits the image that you have in your mind regarding a doctor. And if you see, they both are the same people. It's exactly the same person. There's no difference. It's just that in one picture, he fits the criteria or the perception of a doctor, and here he does not. And that's where first impressions are really critical. That one particular moment, that one, the first time that you're meeting the person for the first time, that is really important. So let's see what we are trying to say over here, that even before you open your mouth, even before you say something, even before you get the opportunity or the chance to introduce yourself, talk about your certifications, talk about your achievements, your accolades, your all the things that you have done. Before that, the minute somebody looks at you, you are already communicating. That's what happened with the doctor. You opened the door, you walked in, you saw the doctor. That's it. You're communicating. The doctor is already communicating. So you cannot not communicate. You're always communicating some message, some meaning, some image that is about you, which is always going on. And that's what first impression is. It's that first event or the event when a person first encounter another person and creates that software runs, and it creates and forms a mental image of that person. Okay. Yeah, so that's what first impression is all about. Now, once we understood the first impression, what else? What else is important? So that first event is done, but then it is not just until that. Yes, that is very critical. The first impression is really critical, but it's not just, image is not just restricted to that. Okay. Maybe the first time you met the person, so let's go back to the example of the doctor. You walked into the cabin, you saw him in the lab coat, in the doctor's, the coat that he's wearing, he has a stethoscope, he fits the description. All right. And the image is really positive, everything worked really nice, everything is perfect. Okay. But the minute you started talking to the doctor, now let's take it one step further. You met the doctor in the perfect form, like how you actually visualized a doctor should be. Now you started talking to the doctor, and while your session is going on, while you are actually sitting in the cabin and discussing your problem, let's imagine that the doctor did not even look at you for those, like he's looking down and just towards your file and just going through the file and just listening, but did not even look up once. Okay, did not say much, just listened. That's about it. Okay, you had a lot of questions, he just gave you one liner answers. Okay, you had a lot of questions, maybe one word answers, did not look at you, gave you one liner answers. Now tell me, what would you feel at that point of time? How would you feel while you're sitting in the cabin in front of your doctor who refuses to look up to you, maintain an eye contact, or just even look at you, or refuses to even give you a proper explanation of what is going on? even if he gives you a proper explanation, it's so technical that you can't follow it. It's so, the terms are so medically heavy that you can't follow it. Now tell me, how do you feel? In the chat box, you can write down your answers again. Not committed, no human touch. Yes, Jyoti. Anita says not involved. Alim feels rejected. Yes. Any other answers? Seems like the doctor is disinterested in treating me. Yes, absolutely. What else? No empathy. Yes, Jyoti. Revati says, seems like the doctor is not interested. Jyoti says no empathy. Now you see, the first impression was really positive, but now we started talking and chatting, and the body language, it says that the person is not committed. There's no empathy, there's no human touch, or there's no warmth, not involved. You are feeling rejected, or something, that the person is not really interested with your presence. Right? So image is not just restricted to that first point of contact, which is first impression. It goes beyond that. Okay. How our image is formed is basically by creating that first, when you are meeting the person for the first time, by creating the positive first impression, and also creating a full holistic picture which is in sync with the image that you are expecting to be. So there is a person, Professor Dr. Albert Merabian, and he was also interested in knowing and understanding that how people like other people, and how do people actually decide that on what basis, two people will like each other. So and he's a professor of psychology in UCLA, and he did a study to identify that on what criteria and on what basis people actually start liking each other. So it's not restricted to first impression, it goes beyond that. What are those criteria? So what he did, he did a small research. He made a lot of people come in a room, complete strangers, talk to each other, spend some time, and once they come out of the room, he would ask them that what are the things that you liked about the person, or on what basis do you like the person, not like the person, and if you like the person, on what basis you like the person. And it is known as the study of total liking. He was trying to understand on what criterias people like other people. And as per that research, it was found that almost 55% of your image is actually contributed because of your visual attributes. Okay. And if you see a small note on the bottom of my screen which says this research only took into account facial expressions. So when he did the study, he only took into account the facial expression, not anything else. No body language, no posture, no hand gesture, just the facial expression. And 55% of the message was contributed by visual attributes. The next contributor was vocal, which was 38%, how they said something. Okay, so a same message can be delivered in various different tones. For example, you're saying some sorry or apologizing to somebody, saying sorry to someone. You could actually mean sorry. You could just say sorry, which has no feeling in it. Yeah. How you greet people. You can say good morning with a lot of enthusiasm, or you can just say good morning. Yeah. How you can just change the same message. That's what vocal is about. How you are saying something. And only 7% was the words people used, what they said. So in that study, where visuals actually was found to be 55% of your image was actually contributed, and the contribution was coming from visual, 38% was from vocal, and only 7% was from verbal. Now I understand that in a lot of scenarios, these numbers would be different. For example, you're talking to a person for the first time over the phone, then there are no visual, it's just vocal and verbal. So I understand those scenarios. But in the scenario, if you take totality where you're having a face-to-face interaction, visual, vocal, and verbal are the three elements, and they are found to be contributing in these percentage. Now, as I said, that there's an important note that this study only took into account facial expression. So image consultant said that visuals are not just facial expression, Remember the doctor's experiment that we did just now? Visuals were also tattoo and clothes. Yeah, the clothes that the person was wearing. And there was a big contribution of what tattoos were there, or was he wearing the doctor's coat? Was he having a stethoscope around his neck? All those small elements was also actually playing a role over there. All right. So what was happening is that image consultant took into account all the other things. And what was estimated that if you take clothing, grooming, physical characteristic, and body language, your visual could be as high as 80%. So 80% of your message, 80% of your image, your first impression can be formed by clothing, grooming, physical characteristic, and body language. Right? Now that we have established that visuals play such a big role, let's break down the visual dimensions. So I said clothing and grooming, that is one. Second, body language. And the third one is your physical attributes. So clothing and grooming equates to approximately 90% of your visual appearance. Why? Because they affect the second and the third dimension, which is your body language and your physical attribute. Okay, I'll explain it very simply in simple examples. Now, imagine yourself wearing a business suit. You wear a power suit, all right? How would you feel when you wear a power suit? How do you feel when you wear a power suit? What are the changes that happens in your body when you wear a power suit? You can reply in the chat box. In one word, explain to me, or just tell me, when you put on a business suit, what do you feel? Do you feel confident? Do you feel, yes, Bhavya said confident. Anybody else? Revati again said confident. Aleem said leadership. Mohini says feel extremely confident. Jyoti formal. Mohini powerful. Prachi is saying professional. Yes, you feel sharp, you feel professional, you feel formal, you feel serious, powerful and professional. So that's the feeling. All right. And the minute you put on the business suit, you feel powerful, you feel formal, you feel authority. Yes, Bindu, that changes your body language. You stand taller. Your posture become a little bit more upright, right? You have more confidence on your face. You are maintaining eye contact, right? It just suddenly aligns with your feeling. Similarly, your physical attribute, clothing and grooming can change or alter any physical attribute. You can look shorter, taller, wider, slimmer, anything that you would like to look can be changed and altered by clothing and grooming. So that's why clothing and grooming equates to 90%. Body language and physical attributes are also important and are important visual dimension, which could be worked individually or can be altered with clothing and grooming. All right, so that's part of your visual dimension. Coming to the vocal and the verbal. Yes, Jyoti, you can demand attention by just wearing a power suit. Absolutely. Coming to the next ones, which not the visual, the vocal and the verbal. These includes few of the things which are listed over here. There are a lot of things that are actually part of vocal and verbal, but a few of them are your listening skills. How much do you listen to the other person? Your public speaking skills, the language that you're speaking in, how you're speaking. Do you have a mother tongue influence when you speak? Your paralinguistic, your pitch, your tone, inflection, how much pauses you use, how many fillers you use. Writing skills are also part of your verbal, and presentation skills, how confident you are while presenting, how well structured your presentation is. So all these are few elements of vocal and verbal, and it goes very much in deep as well. A few of them are listed. Okay, so these are the few areas that are basically contributing in creating your image. So it's not just the first 7 seconds, it goes beyond. It's repeating the same message over and over again. Okay, and when you repeat the same message over and over again, it creates an image, it creates a perception, it creates a message on the base, in the eyes and the minds of others. Okay, it creates an identity, and that image becomes your identity. That is the basis that people evaluate you. They give you an image, and that image becomes who you are as a person. So if you want to look confident, okay, or if you are a confident person, you'll be confident in your visuals, in your clothes, in your body language, in your, the way you walk and talk, in your vocal, in your verbal skills. There will be confidence everywhere, and that will create an image of confidence, which will become your identity, that this person is confident. So that's what image is. Okay, now we have understood what image is. Now the process, so a lot of people ask me that, okay, we understood that what people think about us becomes our identity, becomes our image, but can we really control it? Can we really have any control, or do we have any control on that process of what people think about us? What is your answer? What do you feel, that can you really control it? Give me a yes or no answer in the chat box, everyone. Do you think you can manage, or can you really, do you have any control on that, what people think about you? Anita, Mohini says yes, Anita says yes, Jyoti says no, Bhavya says yes to some extent, Revati no, yes, and Anita, Mihi says yes, Anita says yes to a certain extent, and Bindu says we can definitely. All right, so we have some mixed answers over here, and I'm just going to explain you what you actually put across. So it's the repetition, as I said, that it is the repetition of your message that is being continuously being repeated over and over again. So the image that you have, the process of image management is basically managing your image, managing what people think about you. And yes, it can be done if you do the same thing over and over again. So if, for example, let's take the example of confidence that I spoke just now. If you want to come across as a confident person, but people think that you are not confident, what you can do is manage it. Okay, start working on all the areas which are different areas of your image, which is your visuals, your vocal, your verbal, all these different areas you start working on, and slowly and gradually, and you work on it on an ongoing basis. It's not that one time you actually had a great smile and made an eye contact. No, everything that you do about yourself in a confident manner over an ongoing basis. Evaluate what people think about you, see where the problems are coming, fix it, rework on it, and keep doing it. And that's where you can start managing what people think about it. So, yes, to a certain extent and to a very large extent, it is controllable. You have the power to improve, to control what people think about you. You absolutely have that. Yes, there will be a that you want to project to others. Okay. And how do you do it? Just like any other things that you do control, you have tools to control things, right? All right. So in image management, these are the three tools that we use to control the message that we want to project to others. And the three tools are the ABC of image, which is appearance, behavior, and communication. All right. Let's see what are the three things, how just understand. Okay, Jyoti is saying, question, doesn't it depend on audience too? Yes, absolutely, Jyoti, it does. And that's where it is also important to understand who you are going to meet, where you are going, and being more controlled. So you have to also be aware about where you are going, which situation you are going to. So I'm going to park your question right now. I will come and answer this question in much more depth towards the end, because yes, it does depend on the audience. All right. Coming back to the tools of image management, appearance is a belongs to appearance, which is everything which is related to what I see. Okay, so clothing, grooming, your physical characteristic, your health, makeup, accessories that you use, all of that goes into appearance. In behavior, how do you behave? So your confidence, your interpersonal skills, your etiquette, your body language, all of that is also a part of behavior. And there are a lot many other things, emotional intelligence and stress management, time management, all of those are part of behavior. The third one is communication, where your voice, the way you use your voice, your presentation skills, listening skills, communication skills, public speaking, all those small things actually which are related to communication are basically something that you can work on, and those can be your tools to manage your image. All right. Now that you have learned what are the tools to manage the image, I'm going to come to the consulting part of it. Okay, so when we use the word image consultant, an image consultant is nothing but a specialist in the areas of appearance, behavior, and communication. They are experts in these three areas. They have knowledge in depth into all the areas of appearance, a lot of areas of behavior. Of course, areas like emotional intelligence could be an extended, expertise that an image consultant can have, but a lot of it is already covered in behavior, and also an expert in communication. Okay, so that in a very simple term is an image consultant who helps you in improving in these three areas. Okay, and why do they do that? Is to ensure that you are able to reach your true potential. What is most capable, what is the best version of yourself. There's always, you are always at a certain level, and there's always something better that you can do, something which you can enhance upon. So what is most possible of you? What is your true potential? And they work towards that by improvising and using all the three resources of appearance, behavior, and communication to the optimum level, and bring out your true self to, as per the audience that you are that you will be facing, bring that out to achieve your true potential. Okay, so they use the tools, an image consultant use the tools of appearance, behavior, and communication to achieve to help you achieve your true potential, your best version of yourself. Okay, so that's what an image consultant is. We have covered right now what is image, can you manage it, and who is an image consultant. All right, and now we are going to go to how do you become an image consultant? What is the process? What are the things or the skills that are required to become an image consultant? Okay, so let's go into that. Now, the first requirement of an image consultant is to actually do a program which can give them the idea or an in-depth understanding of the three areas that we spoke about: appearance, behavior, and communication. All right. So in Indian School of Image Management, we have a program which is Image Management Dual Certificate Program. And that is a program which is actually designed in a way where you learn the three areas of appearance, practical with the people that they are there in the badge. So your buddy is in the badge. You apply all the concept on each other and learn hands-on techniques of how to actually help people in achieving their true self. Because it is a big task. You are actually So this is a dual certification program. That means once you complete the program, you are learning skills from two different institutes, which is International Image Institute, Canada, and Indian School of Image Management, which means that you are learning everything from a global perspective as well as from Indian perspective. Because yes, we have to cater to the lifestyles, the culture, the principles, the morals, and the way that people in India are according to our culture. So you have to modify as per the lifestyle. The lifestyles are not same in India and abroad. So learning the concept from global perspective, and then uh, learning how to tweak it around as per Indian perspective. Also, when you are selecting a program, you have to ensure that the program is something that is valid internationally. And how do you find a program that is valid internationally or has an accreditation internationally? So our program, Image Management Dual Certificate Program, is also accredited and approved by Association of Image Consultant International. That means once you complete the program, not only you can work in India, but you can, if you shift to that come tomorrow, you can actually pitch to a person from any other country. So your knowledge is as good as any other consultant in any part of the world. Because we follow our program, follow the guidelines that are given by Association of Image Consultant International. And talking about Association of Image Consultant International, let me give you a brief introduction. It is one of the world's largest body that is there, which actually works in two main areas. One area is that this body gives approval to all the institutes across the world who are training in image consulting or providing programs in image management. In India, we are very proudly the only institute that is approved by AICI. There is no other institute that is approved by AICI. And that is one of the key USPs that you have with our institute. The second thing that AICI does, it gives certifications to individual image consultants. Okay, and I'm going to talk about that in the next slide. The certification to individual image consultant, basically the difference between the certification that we provide and the certification that AICI provide. Let me just give you a simple analogy. Let's talk about a lawyer. Okay, when a person, any person who wants to become a lawyer, they have to first get into a law school and get their law degree, right? When they get their law degree, they are a lawyer, all right? But they are a lawyer, but they cannot practice or fight or represent someone in court until they give their bar exam. So a person or lawyer who actually gives their bar exam can only represent a person in court. Okay, that's exactly the difference in between AICI certification and our certification. If you have to draw analogy, our certification, Indian School of Image Management, the certification we provide is just like your law degree. Okay, but to get the international, but to put a credibility that you are a practicing image consultant, which is who's capable to provide services worldwide. That's where AICI comes into picture. The bar exam is AICI certification. I hope I clarify the differences. So first step will be to get your certification from a law school, in our case, the image management school. And then the second step will be to get it from the clear the bar exam. Okay, so that is for your professional skills. Once you have completed the program, you get your professional skills, you get your professional credibility. Now in that certification, there are 3 levels. The first level certification is also called as certified image consultant. Okay, this is the first level you clear. Once you have completed our program, you can apply for certified image consultant certificate. This is the first level. Just to give you a few numbers, there are only 200 plus 250 image consultant across the world who have certified image consultant certification with them. The next level, once you have completed your certified image consultant, then you are eligible to apply for the next level of certification, which is certified image professional. There are only 98 image professionals across the world who have the certification with them, a very handful of them. And the last stage, the third stage, is the certified image master, which is only 18 in the whole wide world. So there are only 18 image consultants in the world who have certified image master. So you can understand the level of professionalism or the credibility that it adds, these certification add to your profile, to your portfolio once you get them. You are basically joining an Ivy League of consultants once you get these certification after you have completed your image consulting courses. Okay. Now the program that has been devised by us are designed by two certified image professionals, which is the second level of the certification that AICI provides, that is certified image professional. It is, the program has been co-created by myself and by Karen Brown. Is that it combines both the knowledge of global as well as Indian, as well as in the AICI. There, Karen has been the past president of AICI International. I'm currently also the current president of AICI India chapter. So we are always in sync with what are the guidelines, what are the standards that being followed by AICI, and we ensure that those guidelines and standards which are followed across the world are there followed in our program also. Okay, so that's what the program has been. These are the two main faculty members. Coming to the main modules, what do we cover? What are the things? As I said, an image consultant or somebody who has studied an image management program is an expert in A, B, and C. So let's, break them up in sub pieces and see what are the different modules that are covered. Okay, so the first module that is there is, we have broken it down into two separate modules. The first one is essentials and the second one is advanced. Now in essentials, we cover all the areas that are related to visuals, because we established that visual is a very big part of our first impression or the image that we create. Okay, so the three areas are color analysis, image management, and image for men. So in color analysis, we understand what are the color theory. How do you basically work with the different kind of undertones, different type of the value, the saturation, what color works better for a person, what are the different kind of season. We take you through swatches, we show you all the tools, we in fact give you the script also on how to conduct color analysis for your client. So it's a hands-on, very practical session on how colors work. The second one is image management module, where we cover personality styles, body analysis, personal shopping, wardrobing, the styling principle, the hacks, the accessorizing, everything is covered in image management. And image for men is a separate module altogether. A lot of people ask us that why image for men is a separate module, because when the books were first written and the first few consultants who actually wrote the material in the book, they actually skipped out a large portion of the 50% of our population and were giving examples only on women clothing. So image for men actually covers all the modules of men, talking about their line, shape, clothes, material, grooming, everything from a male perspective. So these are the three areas of visuals. Coming to the second part, which is advanced holistic improvise, not change. Improvise is you. The first person that you need to work on, the first person you need to take to the next level is yourself. Okay, so this particular module works on you, how you can actually take yourself to the next level. It gives you the tools and the resources etiquette, social etiquette, business etiquette, protocols across the world in different countries, the civility. Next is communication management, which is your vocal verbal communication. And the second last is power presentation, how to prepare your presentations and how to, not the PowerPoint, but preparation of your modules, your workshop, your training material, and how to deliver it just like like being a seasoned performer or a seasoned trainer. The last module is something that comes towards the end of the program, which is Business Smart. Once you have learned all the technical aspect of image management, we take you through all the business element, which is about how you can deliver your services in the market, who will be your audience, what are the uh, marketing strategies or the product strategies that you have to use, what will be your service, how will you price yourself, what is the fee that you'll charge. So that is your business smart module. Okay. If I have to just take you through the journey, if you enroll for the program, your first step will be that you'll be going through, you can see the journey in two parts actually. The first part of your journey will be classroom trainings, which will be followed through self-study, through books, webinars, and videos on our online training room. Our material sits online. I'll talk about that a little bit later. And then you will work on everything that you have learned in classroom as well as through your self-study on yourself. So you will do self-implementation of all of those things. Then you will go to the next level where you will submit your assignments. All right, so you will be submitting your gradable assignments and giving a pro bono presentation, which is applying all your knowledge on one person who could be your friend or family member and giving them the whole experience of an image consulting service. Okay, once you do all these 5 steps, you receive your certification. Now that's first part of your journey. The second part of your journey would be once you have received your certification, then comes ISIM fellowship. In the fellowship, is somewhere where you get the opportunity to work with people, and we give you an opportunity to work with two types of people. One could be a workshop in a corporate company, or a training in an institute or in an organization, and the second could be working one-on-one with an individual. Okay, so we give you that opportunity where a faculty member is supporting you on how to go about it. So in the back end, you're supported by an individual, but in the front end, you are the face who's delivering all the services. The second thing that also happen is the business smart classes. This happens after your certification. So you get all those classes and one-on-one mentoring from us, from the faculty members, on how to go about your business and how to implement your business once you have received your certification. So this is the two parts of your journey that you'll be going through. I hope I have given you a clarity on how this actually works and how one become an image consultant. A lot of people ask me, what are the opportunities? What are the different, opportunities that an image consultant can have? Now, very simply, I will break it down in 3 aspects. The first one is, if you are someone who wants to start as an image professional, you want to start your own business providing all the services of image management, that is appearance, behavior, and communication. Okay, if you are like that and you want to start as an entrepreneur, there are 3 main things or few things that will be applicable uh, in how much you'll be earning or how fast your growth will be. Those are you as a person, how much you have improvised on yourself, what skills or what kind of talents you bring onto the table. That's one. Second, which plays a very big role, is your marketing strategies. How much you're putting yourself out there, how much you're reaching out to the audience. Are you actually reaching out to the audience or not? The next is your level of commitment. Okay, so it's very simple. Your level of commitment decides how much you're going to be earning. So you can't really expect a full-time income from part-time effort. If you are going to give in 4 hours of work, you're going to get paid 4 hours. If you're going to give 80 hours of work, you're going to get paid for 80 hours. So how much level of commitment you're going to be putting in. And the next one is the environment, or which place you are in, which city you are in, how much life experience do you bring, how much work experience do you bring in. So all these different elements play in a role. We have had image professionals who have been, have got a client for a day, which could be as starting as like 1,000, 2,000 rupees, and they have been image consultant who have got paid 50,000 rupees also for a 1 day of service in their profession. And everything is achievable only on the basis of how much effort, how much strategies you're putting in, how much commitment do you have towards your business. And we help you, we mentor you, we guide you, we give you the ideas. It all comes down to you actually applying it. We also give you opportunities to work with the client. So I'll answer that towards the end. The second aspect can be looked as when you already have some prior experience or you are already somehow involved in this area of image consulting, directly or indirectly. So say maybe you're a soft skills trainer, or you are a stylist, you are a makeup artist, or maybe you're a fashion designer or a blogger, or you are into wellness or something which is related to image consulting, but not in that field itself. So in that scenario, you are basically looking at expanding your services. You want to add another gamut of service where you can make your services more holistic. So in this case, you already have your business set up or your work is already set. You are adding another skill, another talent. Maybe you are a HR professional, or maybe you are someone who's already working in a company as a learning and development in the learning and development department. And when you learn image consulting on top, you're able to give in more services. You can basically go for promotion and can actually talk to your seniors and say that I can now handle these areas also. So this gives you the second opportunity, career opportunity, is you expanding your existing skills or making it more holistic. The third one is that you're looking for jobs or you're looking for recruitment. So you don't want to have your own service, you want to go for recruitment. In that case, let's see what are the companies that hire. Almost all multinational companies are looking for image consultant. They will not hire you with the designation image consultant, but they will hire you for the learning and development department, or in the training department, or in the human resource department, where you're working on improvising people's skill. Aviation is always recruiting on ground in air employees for training. Retail industries are always looking out for personal shoppers, for stylists, as well as training the personal shopper and stylist. Education institutes do hire image consultant to teach image management to MBA students or engineering students. Nowadays, a lot of IB schools are hiring image consultant on a part-time, full-time basis to work on the skills or enhancing the skills of the kids. So these are various, and there are a lot more opportunities that are there. Once you come into the system, we know what your strengths and your weaknesses are, we help you guide or shape the way that you could be looking at your career opportunity. So you have that handholding, you have that mentoring available. If you enroll for the program includes personal coaching in class. So you have the classes in classroom training. Then you also have mentorship and feedback on your assignments. So your assignments are not just theoretical assignment, they are practical assignments. You apply it on a person and then you submit your assignments. So we give you feedback on that so that your skills on working with another person improvise. You also have lifetime access to our online training portal. Our training material, our books, our webinars, our video sit online. We don't give any printed material. The reason we are constantly updating our books, our material. So if you are looking at everything is online, please download the latest material. Our program also includes AICI CUs. These are critical if you want to achieve that, clear that bar exam, want to go for AICI certification. You require AICI CUs, and this is our program is the only one in India who provides you the CUs, which are applicable for getting that AICI certification. We provide you business and professional development system and tools. So you have a lot of tools, a lot of PowerPoints, a lot of forms to download and just label knowledge. There's also discounts on the products. And the most important thing is that if you're looking at having your career in image consulting, AICI is the organization that you should be part of to have continuous support and development in your own personal life, or to improvise your credibility. And because we are the only institute who is approved by AICI, our program is approved by AICI, we provide 50% discount on the first year of membership to AICI. So that is given to all our students for the first year, and that is included in the program. Okay. All right, coming to the last bits, how much is the program? The tuition fee is 1,70,000 for the image management dual certificate program, which includes everything. There are a lot of payment options that are available, so I'm sure somebody in the institute will be always happy to provide you with the payment options, and you can talk to them regarding that if you wish to enroll. We will also, at the end of the session, we will also send in a few contact details to you, where you can actually reach out if you have any questions regarding the program. So that is all about image management and how you can become an image consultant. I would